Hello and welcome to Bars and Bells. My name is Ian.
And I'm Lauren.
And this is our Hips and Hangs workout, episode 1. Follow us in today's initial episode working on some shoulder mobility, some ankles and knees and hips, and let's work together on our grip strength, core strength, and our squat. Let's get started with the shoulder warm-up. Grab a light dumbbell, light kettlebell if you have one, and here Lauren will demonstrate our dumbbell pullover. Starting on your back and then cuddling towards the side, and if you have a kettlebell, grab it by the horns. Extend to over the chest, making sure that the rib cage can stay compressed on those hips. Take a big breath in and pulling those armpits this way, let the arms go that way, towards the floor. When you're at your safe end range, with that core brace to pull the arms over top. Repeat for 3 or 4 more repetitions, making sure that that low back space doesn't open up. The abs are going to stay nice and tight throughout, and those armpit places are pulling that kettlebell back and also supporting it as it goes towards overhead. Making sure we maintain that nice hollow body shape or core tension will be very helpful as we get into our hangs coming up. Then return to the chest, turn to the cuddle, and if your body did not feel good taking your shoulders into the overhead range, check in, work on some correctives in our basic series and before we progress to the hang. But if the shoulders checked out okay on the dumbbell pullover, let's take our time coming up and Lauren will take us through our little squat series to start.
Standing with your feet underneath you to begin in parallel. Stay tall, keep your hips underneath you, press your knees towards over your toes. Then drive into the floor, stand up tall, extending your hips, squeezing your cheeks and pulling your kneecaps up. Repeat again. Knees come over toes, shoulders stacked over hips, stand up tall. One more for 3, knees over toes, stand up tall, pulling everything together at the top. From here, squeeze your glutes, slightly turn your feet out to our first position. Same thing, keep those shoulders stacked over hips, knees press over toes, then drive down, stand up, pulling yourself up into a straw. Repeat, knees press over toes, drive down, extend to tall. One more, knees press over toes, extend to tall. From here, point a foot out to the side, place it down. Again, tuck under, stay tall, drive those knees back as you pull yourself towards the floor, and then down and away to stand up tall. Repeat, pull together, knees drive back, up to tall. One last one for 3, pulling ourselves down, and then up to tall. Bring those feet underneath you and just shake it out. Nice. After that little squat warm up, we're going to discuss our passive hang and our low squat, which we'll be doing on repeat for 5 sets here.
Lauren's going to grab with an overhand grip and thumbs wrapped, extending those elbows, making sure they can get in line with the ears, and as to hide the ears in, again, this passive hang. Please let your feet be on the floor as it's a new exercise for you as you just get used to that tension. If you're feeling like you want to lift your legs, make sure that they happen out front. Avoid the leg lift out the back as to avoid that lumbar dump. Just like in the shoulder warm-up, we want to keep the rib cage compressed on those hips and work on the grip strength and the legs out front for the core. It's now time to talk about that low squat, which will alternate between our passive hang and our squat. Opening up in your squat stance, feet slightly turned out, take a moment, pull yourself to your low squat. Maybe it's this height, maybe it's that height, but for the time, about 20 seconds of each, hang in your squat, personalize that movement left, right. When you're ready to come up, take a breath in, come on up with core brace and add your wiggle. This is...
Sorry.
You go.
What were you going to say? This is what?
This is the warm-up. Now it's time for...
Okay, great.
This has...
Sorry, I was going to get down here and stand up again.
This has been the warm-up, and now let's get to that workout. Lauren's going to start on those rings, and I'll start in the squat. 3, 2, take your time, pull yourself to your low squat. If you're in that hang, again, you can lift those feet, keeping them out front for a lot of work on those abdominals and work on the grip strength and the shoulder endurance here to maintain nice straight arms and nice control throughout the movement.
3,
Lauren's keeping
2,
track of that time.
1.
And then we're gonna come up out of that squat.
Let's switch places.
Shake it out, switch it up.
Ian's into his passive hang here in 3, 2, 1. I'm hanging out in that low squat. As I'm here, I'm thinking about still driving those knees apart, lifting my chest up, but keeping my feet rooted and heavy on the floor. They're active, so my arches are still working here. 5 more seconds for both of us. 3, 2, hup. Shake it out in between. Remember, you can always modify that passive hang if it's getting too hard. Put a foot down or a toe down. Here we go, round 2.
20 seconds. So pull yourself down to be active in that squat again. We can try to lift or rotate in and out in a hip, nice and control. And don't forget, if you're in our squat or if you're on that hang, to maintain your breathing. We have about 5 seconds left here. Again, if you're in our deep squat, take a breath in, core brace, come up, and shake out those legs, and switch it up.
All right, Ian, go ahead. 20 seconds down here. Again, rooted. Look at those nice pointed feet here. Nice pointed toes, knees are tight together. Using that core to keep those legs lifted. Maybe this round in your squat, you found a little new depth. You've gotten a little lower. Hang out there for 3, 2, shake it out. Round 3 here.
We're always trying to finish these drills with something left in the tank. If 20 seconds is too much for you, take some off, aim for 10. But here we go, 20 seconds starting now as we get into those low squats. Lauren said the toes, so she incorporated those toe points here. The dorsiflex ankle could be okay too, but create tension all the way through the fingertips, up top on the grip, to the toe tips down below. Take some time, maybe 3 more seconds here. If we're down in our squat, take a breath in, up, and up.
Ooh, those grips.
And then shake. Whew,
Nice.
This is our third set.
This is third
If
set.
this is 3, that means we have 2 more after this. Let's
Come
go.
on down, hanging out in your squat here. Nice. Still keeping that passive hang. So really working that grip and all the little structures in that shoulder joint, getting them ready for our chin-ups in a couple episodes to come. 3, 2, and up. 2 more rounds to go.
Whew. Always control. Take more rest if you need on your own as a workout here, or can you keep up to Lauren? I try. Here we go. 20 seconds, pulling ourselves in our squat. Personalize things in that squat again. You could lift some toes, lift some heels, wiggle down low, sit up nice and tall high, and keep breathing, stay calm, and finish with integrity, building endurance. And we have 4, 3, take a breath in, to the top, and shake. Whew. 4th round, here we go.
3, 2, 20 seconds on the clock. That grip strength might start getting a little bit worked and used. Hopefully you're feeling those calluses maybe light up a bit, get a little red. That's okay. Just remember to get out your pumice stone later today.
Ooh.
For 4, 3, 2, up. Last round.
Ooh.
So 5 rounds of 20 seconds. You do the math.
That's 100 seconds of tension. Did I get my math right?
You did.
Okay.
A minute and 40 seconds.
It's hard to count under duress, but here we go. Breathe. For added mobility, stay in your squat and try to bring your arms straight overhead. Holy cow, that's a T-spine stretch and a half. Spend some time down low. Check it out. Beautiful straight lines, tension from those toe tips
3,
to the
2.
fingertips. And then up.
Shake.
I think we have one more here.
Last time. Get
Last
us
time.
to 100 seconds here. All right, last low squat, last passive hang. Expend that grip. Feel the work all down through the forearms. Hopefully elbows feel like some tension and work, but not pain. If you're feeling pain in any joint, let's regress that exercise, placing a foot on the floor get things ready and prepped because we don't want to hurt ourselves. We want progress, not regress. 3, 2, hop, pow. Nice. That was efficient use of 100 seconds.
Yeah, I'd say so. Building time under tension, including the flexibility component, will help us get to those chin-ups and loaded squats. Join us in episode 2 for more progressions for your chin-ups, squats, and fitness for fun.
My name's Lauren.
My name's Ian.
And we'll see you again soon.
Take care.
Bye-bye.